it's Jamie from Home Ec Express, and in this video we're going to talk all about measurements. Now you might be having to order a bridesmaid's dress, a prom dress, or even a suit online now, and it's very important to know how to take measurements so that you get the correct size and the right fit for your garment if you're ordering it. If you're in a bridal salon or in a men's dress shop, you should be getting fitted or measured at the place of business so that they can order the suit or they know what size to get for you. So this is Gertrude. She's one of my dress forms, and I have different female and male dress forms. And what I love about having these is if I don't have a client who is readily available for fittings or it's a long distance client, I can get their measurements, dial into the dress form their exact measurements, and then I can work on their garment and custom fit it to them without them being present. Ideally, I always have my clients, but that's not always how it goes, and I do a lot of long distance work. So one thing that you do need to have is a tape measure. A standard tape measure is 60 inches or 5 feet, and each inch is divided into 1/16 of an inch. So hopefully you learned how to read a ruler when you were in school and you understand the 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and all those different markings that are on your tape measure. For this type of measuring, you cannot use a yardstick or a ruler. You have to have a tape measure that is not for construction in order to go around the body. So let's do the measurements for a woman. So if you are measuring somebody else, it's really important that you narrate what you're doing so they're comfortable with you in the close proximity of their personal bubble. So first off, we're going to do a standard bust measurement. So the bust measurement goes around the fullest part of the bust. And then we're going to come around to center back. We want to put our finger in between the tape measure and the person and have them take a deep breath, because usually when a person breathes and relaxes, there will be a slight adjustment to the tape measure. So that is our standard bust measurement. Now for women who are bra shopping, you actually need 2 measurements. You need your bust, which is the fullest part, and then you need the under bust, which is basically your rib cage. So if you're bra shopping, this is the band of the bra. And then for every inch difference between the under bust and the bust, that will tell you your cup size. So if it's a 2-inch difference, you're a B cup, 3-inch difference, you're a C cup, etc. So that's how they figure out the basis of your bra size. And of course, then you adjust for fit of the bra. There's different styles of bras. Okay, so next is our waist measurement. Most of the time, women have more of like an hourglass shape, especially if they're younger. With a few exceptions, especially girls who are swimmers, they tend to have very broad shoulders and then kind of pare down. But what you're looking for in a woman is usually the dip is where their waist is, or their belly button, but not everybody's belly button lines up with their waist. Every once in a while, I have people who their belly button's a little offset. That's okay, it's just they're a little different. So we're gonna give the person a hug, we're gonna go around their waist, and then we're going to keep a finger in between their back and the tape measure and let them take a breath. The next is the hips. And so we want to make sure that we're getting the fullest part of their backside. Okay, it could be a little strange. And for customers, what I usually do is I tell them I'm gonna give them a big hug again. And then I take the tape measure to the side on this so that it's a little bit more comfortable for the customer. And you wanna make sure you adjust for the fullest part. You're like me, there's a lot of fullness back there. And then you take it from the side versus straight on center on the back so it's more comfortable. Another odd measurement that you might have a request for, if a dress has a lot of detail work up here, like a portrait collar, certain types of jackets, they're gonna ask you for a high bust measurement. And so this measurement is right up here on the chest above the fullest part. We're gonna go under the arms and back around. So that is going to make some adjustments for the movement of the shoulders if it's very fitted through here. Some of the older style wedding dresses that are starting to come back have these big portrait collar areas up here. So that would definitely be a necessary measurement. Now, necks. Why would we need a neck measurement? For collars. Anything with a collar. So you're gonna go around the person's neck, and right here on all of us, right where the neck and the top of your back meet, there's a bone that sticks out, and we call that the nape of the neck. And if you ever have watched mama cats with kittens, that's where a mama cat grabs their baby kittens to move them. And so we want to wrap our tape measure around, leave a finger in between the nape of the neck and the tape measure, and that's their neck measurement. We're going to talk a little bit more about that when we get to our gentlemen as well, because it has a lot to do with their specialty clothing. One other measurement that is very important, it tells the dressmaker if you're short-waisted or long-waisted, is a measurement called back to waist. So that measurement would be the nape of the neck. So we're gonna assume it's right here. If we look where that joining of the shoulder and the back. So we're gonna put the top of our tape measure there, and then we're going to find that narrowest part of her waist. She's 15 inches. That's how long that she is going to be. That is very important for certain styles of blouses and dresses where the waistline is going to hit. Okay. So what about pants? There's two different measurements that we can do for pants. One is called the outseam. It is the less intrusive form of measuring pants. And so what you would do is either at the waist, or if they have the pants on, it's the top of their waist right over here. And it's all the way down to where their sole of their shoe meets the build of the shoe. And that's the outseam. Inseam is from the crotch to the shoe, and where you want to hit. Usually it's that joint with the shoe and the sole of the shoe. So that tends to be a little bit more intrusive. However, that is how pant manufacturers, if you're buying jeans, they go by the inseam, not the outseam. So it's very important you label which one is which on the paper when you're filling it out, inseam or outseam. So we're going to take a moment. We're going to have Gertrude move on, and then we're going to bring Bob in, and we're going to use him for a brief moment. Okay, welcome Bob. Bob is our male dress form, and it's also, the men have very similar measurements, but a few extra ones, because of course with suits and tuxedos, they require some different measurements. I will also say men have it very easy when it comes to shopping, because their sizing system is actually more simple and easy. You can walk into a store, grab something, and you know what size it is. So let's kind of go over some of those measurements for the guys. Okay, we're gonna start at the top with the neck. And of course, we have our tape measure go around the neck to the side. Now Bob's measuring 17-inch neck, and if we wanna have him take a breath, relax, and allow for the adjustment. So here's the deal, everybody. If your neck measurement, gentlemen, is 17 or 17 and a half, that means you are an XL in shirts. So 14, 14 and a half small, 15, 15 and a half is a medium, 16, 16 and a half is a large, and so on. How easy is that to figure out your shirt size? Now it does require for a long sleeve shirt one other measurement, and that is the sleeve measurement. We're going to pretend that Bob has a full arm hanging off of the dress form. So we want to find the nape of his neck, just like we did when we were measuring Gertrude. We're going to take our tape measure across the shoulder, okay? And then tape measure goes all the way down to the crick of the wrist. So right in here is where you stop the tape measure for the sleeve. Usually you're looking at 32, 34, 36, something like that. But in menswear, the shirt sizes will be labeled like an XL or a 17, 17 and a half, 36 length sleeve. So it makes it very easy to go shopping for your boyfriend or your husband. So I wish women's wear was that easy, but it's not. Okay, so for the guys, we have instead of a bust measurement, we have a chest measurement. So you're gonna give him a hug right here, under the arms, all the way around, and we have a 38 chest measurement on Bob. Now the next one that we have is a little bit different, and it's called an overarm. So if we pretend that Bob has his arms here, we're gonna give our client here a bear hug, and his arms are down at his side, and we're literally going over his arms and around. So let's pretend he measured out at 42, okay? When we're buying a suit jacket, if the difference between the chest and the overarm is 7 inches or less, you're gonna stay in the suit coat that is his chest measurement. So he would be like a 38 in his coat. And then of course his sleeve length would determine if he's a short, regular, long, or extra long. If it's 7 inches or above in a classic fitting suit jacket, then you're going to bump up to the next size in the chest measurement. So if he was a 38, but he measured out at 10 inches difference, you know, some of those guys that have the big arms and they've been working out, we have to increase him to a 40 in his coat. Pretty self-explanatory. It makes life pretty easy if you have those two measurements to figure out a guy's suit, his jacket size. Waist is the same as the ladies, except sometimes with men, they're more of an inverted triangle than the hourglass like the ladies. So you're gonna kind of look at their silhouette. If you're not sure, say, okay, put your finger on your belly button, and you're gonna go around the waist, and that is the start of their pant measurement. Pants go by the waist measurement. And then of course we have the hips, same thing. We go across to the side, and then we're going to do an inseam or an outseam, depending on what the paper requests or what you choose to do at your comfort level. So measuring is really fun, really easy, but it's important to be accurate and understand how to read a tape measure. I hope that you feel confident to try to get your online ordering done for your dresses and suits. Please let us know if you have any questions. We're always happy to help. And you can always contact us at homeecexpress.com/sewing. And you will go right to our sewing page, and you can contact us there. But make sure you subscribe to our website and also our fabulous Home Ec Express YouTube channel. And you can find us on Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.